and welcome to my new Guitar Nerdery video, the Ionian system or the church modes. A very common way to play all those 7 scales on the guitar is by learning 3 note per string patterns. Patterns like these here. I do not simply want to show you those patterns, but also how you can develop them by yourself. I think it will help you on the way learning them when you know what it's all about. Three note per string patterns. What are they good for and how can you develop them by yourself? Diatonic scales like those of the Ionian system consist of 7 notes. Every note can be a starting point for a new pattern, so we can develop 7 different patterns and all together cover the whole fretboard. The concept of 3 note per string patterns comes in very handy for the right hand. All 7 patterns have a different shape, but for the right hand they make no difference because we have on each string 3 notes. That feels very logical and that comes in very handy if you want to play somewhat faster guitar like shred guitar. Let's take the G major scale, the G Ionian scale, to develop 3 notes per string patterns. Following notes belong to the G major scale. It's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then G again. So it's a key with 1 sharp. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put all those notes horizontally on the low E string. Develop a 3 notes per string pattern by yourself, that's very, very easy. Let's start with first note, G. The rule now is 3 notes per string. Means when you have played 3 notes, the 4th note has to be on the next string. Then you automatically come up with pattern number 1. G, A and B I can play on the low E string. The 4th note, C, I have to play on the A string. And that's here. On the A string, I'm gonna play C, D, and E. The next note would be F sharp, but yeah, it's the 4th note. It has to be played on the next string. So here. The next note would be B, it's the 4th note, so next string. The next note is the note E, it's the 4th note, it has to be played on the B string, here. The next note, the 4th note would be A, we play it on the high E string. And then we have it all. There's no other way than that your pattern you have come up with looks like this now. On a standard tuned guitar and with the concept 3 notes per string, the first pattern of the major scale looks like this. To develop now pattern number 2, we go to the 2nd note of the G major scale. It is the A in the 5th position. All notes stay the same. We only have another starting point. And the concept also stays the same, of course. 3 notes per string. A, B, and C is possible now. You see the 3rd note and the 2nd note. Here is the halftone step. Here our pattern is already different than this. And the 4th note from here on would be D, and we have to play it on the A string. On the A string we can play now D, E and F sharp. 4th note would be G. we have to play it on the D string, A and B. C is on the next string, C, D and E. Then comes F sharp, we play it here. And on the B string we can play now F sharp, G and A. B has to be played on the high E string, B, C and D. And we have our pattern number 2. There are now 5 more patterns to go, and the concept and the procedure is always the same. And if you do that, you come up with these. They will look like these if your guitar is tuned in standard E tuning. And I'm gonna play them all in the right order. Pattern number 1, I'm gonna start on the first note, the G. Pattern number 2, starting on the second note, the note A in the 5th position. Pattern number 3, starting on the B in the 7th position. Pattern number 4, and I'm starting on the C in the 8th position. Starting on the D in the 10th position. was pattern number 5. Pattern number 6 starts on the E in the 12th fret. Pattern number 7, the last one, starting on the F sharp. Let me have a word about what you gain from learning all 7 patterns. Isn't one enough? With that one pattern, you can play in this area here. Then you have a black hole here on the fretboard, and only 12 frets higher here you have the same pattern repeated. If you want to fill the black hole, you have to learn more than one pattern. If you learn them all and you really understand how they are connected with each other, then it doesn't matter where you are on the fretboard, you know always where to go. With only one pattern, you have 84 possibilities. Let's take pattern number 1. This note is only for orientation to know where I have to start that pattern. If I consider this to be also the root, then this is an Ionian pattern. And of course, I can move that pattern in 12 different positions. I have 12 possibilities through all 12 keys. And we can multiply this also by 7. Every of them 7 notes, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, could be a root. So if note number 1 in my pattern number 1 is the root, it is G Ionian. If note number 2 is the root, I stick to that pattern, but G isn't the root anymore, it's now A. Then I'm actually playing a Dorian. I can make the 3rd note, the B, the root, then I'm gonna play B Frisian. If I'm gonna make the 4th note, the C on the A string, sticking to that pattern. If I make this C the root, the same pattern is gonna be the C Lydian scale. If I make the 5th note the root, the D, then it's gonna be D Mixolydian. And the sixth note would be E aeolian. And if I'm gonna make the seventh note, the F sharp, the root, then I'm gonna play F sharp Locrian, which is the seventh mode in the G Ionian system. Without changing anything, with only one pattern, I just played 7 different scales. And this I can transpose through all 12 keys. So it's 7 multiplied by 12. This was it for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.